What are the benefits I found of flipping my class? Where first of all, the learning material is much more modular, so the students can access whatever content piece they want whenever they want, so they can watch that piece of video. The video are very short. They can review once again this quiz. They can of course go to that exercise. They can redo again an assignment if they want, so much more modular, so they can really design their own learning strategy. Secondly, we've got much more new material, more detailed examples in the videos. We worked on that, which better fills the gap between the courses, the concepts, and the first exercise. So that's really the main benefit I see from flipping the class, is that the students really arrive to the first exercise much more prepared. We have much less basic trivial questions. Now they really enter the first practice exercise at a level they can address it without wondering too much about the basics. So challenges or pitfalls I see you should avoid if you want to flip a class, from my own experience. I don't want to overgeneralize, but from my own experience, what I can recommend is that if you flip your class, the first thing is really you should ensure that the desired content of the lecture actually reaches its target, I mean the students of course. Otherwise it's simply just a huge waste of time. The second piece of advice I could give is, if you flip the class, you shouldn't lose the fellowship, the social dimension of learning, which is, I think, also one of the motivations to learn. The reason why I think flipping the class worked for my case, I don't want to overgeneralize, but for my case it was first because we spent quite some time, and actually a lot of time, designing, developing new material. So it's really time consuming, and it doesn't save time at all. The second reason why it worked for me, it's because it started from an old course. So I knew this course very well. I knew where the students have problems, where I should emphasize this or that, what should be presented into the video form, what should be put into a quiz form. So I benefit from my learning experience. I don't think it is worth flipping a new course. You don't have any hints where to do what. Another reason of the success, I think, was because I clearly indicate from the beginning on to the students what to do when, so that they are not lost with all this material, quizzes, exercise videos, assignments, etc. But they have a very detailed plan, very detailed timeline, so that they are not lost at all, and they can organize their learning along the recommendations I gave them. I should confess that one of my concern is that there is so much buzz about flipping. I'm not so convinced that it is so much about flipping. Isn't it also because we did spend so much time producing new material, improving our material, delivering much more feedback to the students through the quizzes, for instance, and all these things, rather than flipping?